Are you struggling to make your computed column deterministic? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into how to get the column type in a deterministic way, especially when dealing with scalar-valued functions. I understand how frustrating it can be when you encounter errors while trying to optimize your database functions. Many developers face similar challenges, especially when it comes to schema binding and function determinism. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. A user asked how to get the type of a column in a deterministic way without referencing system objects. They mentioned running into an error when trying to add the with schema binding clause to their function. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what's the issue here? The error arises because the function references a system object, which prevents it from being schema-bound. This is a common hurdle when trying to make functions deterministic, but there are ways around it. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a valuable tip that can help you avoid similar issues in the future. To begin addressing the user's question, we need to find a deterministic way to get the column type without referencing system objects. One effective method is to use the column property function directly within a user-defined function. Next, the user should define the function with the appropriate parameters. This function will take the table name and column name as inputs and return the data type as output. After defining the function, the user can call it to retrieve the column type. This call will be deterministic and will not reference any system objects, thus avoiding the schema binding issue. Finally, the user should ensure that the function is tested thoroughly. They can do this by calling the function with various table and column names to confirm it returns the expected data types. Fun fact, did you know that the concept of a database was first introduced in the 1960s? Just imagine how far we've come since then. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggested by a user is to utilize a CLR table-valued function, or TVF. Unlike T-SQL TVFs, which require a SQL to verify determinism, CLR TVFs allow you to mark them as deterministic without strict verification. This means you can use a CLR TVF in a persisted computed column. Now, let's dive into a different answer from another user. An alternative approach suggested by a user involves querying system catalog views instead of using information schema. They recommend using a SQL query that joins sys.columns, sys.objects, and sys.types to retrieve the column type directly. Additionally, the user provides a more complex solution using a common table expression, or CTE, to create an inline table-valued function. This function can return the data type of a specified column from a specified table. Here's the tip I promised. Always check the documentation for functions like column property. Understanding their limitations can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. You now know how to get the column type in a deterministic way. Remember, understanding your tools is key to effective database management. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.